to face the Carmi White County Bulldogs. Cole Carter alongside Travis Black here at a packed and loud McDougal Everett Gymnasium. And Travis, after 4 pretty good games last week for the Bulldogs at the NCOE Tip-Off Tournament, good to be back at home in front of a home crowd, not driving an hour and a half before every game.
Yeah, that drive was a little killer, but I mean, it was great basketball to watch the whole week. I mean, Carmi played really well, extremely well, in fact. But I mean, this is going to be a good test tonight. Just a little tune-up. I mean, North City's pretty good this year, and I think this will be a good game.
So for the Bulldogs, I mentioned they went 3-1 last week in DuQuoin. They defeated DuQuoin, beat Cairo, lost to Heron by 10 on Saturday, and then finished off the tournament by beating West Frankfort Saturday afternoon. Landon Driscoll, Mitchell Edwards, and Bryce Connor all made the all-tournament team. Connor was named the tournament MVP. Travis, really in those 4 games, I thought we kind of saw improvement by Carmi all 4 games. Obviously, the last game against West Frankfort, the Bulldogs were tired, played 2 games in 5 hours. But I really thought I saw some good things, in that, especially that game against Heron.
I mean, there's a lot of good things all across the board. In each game, they got better at doing something. And in Heron, they kind of came up and fell short. But offensively, they looked really good during that Heron game. I'm West Frankfort, a little bit of tired legs, kind of. It was not the cleanest game that they could have played, but I mean, overall, they played extremely well. They got better at a lot of things, and there's still some way to go, but every game, this team keeps getting better.
So for this North City team, coached by Jordan Johnson, they are 2-3 on the season. They bring back most of what they had last season. Preston Long, the leading scorer, 16 points per game. The younger brother of Matt Long, who was a good player for them a few years ago. Joel Horton, he was an all-tournament team player of the year last year. Also, Cord Tucker averaging about 7 points per game. It's a North City team. They were full of young guys when they were freshmen and sophomores playing varsity. Here they are at the senior level. Talking to Jordan Johnson earlier today, he feels this team have started to play their best basketball now, and they can compete at the 1A level.
I mean, yeah, that team was young to start with a couple years ago. Now they're
Could you also record this game for me, please? Welcome back to the Rice Motors pregame show here on 97.3 WRUL. Carmi getting ready to face off against NCOE. The Bulldogs are 4-1 on the season. NCOE 2-3. They defeated Thompsonville back on Friday to get the record at 2-3. Last year, Carmi won this matchup by 21. 46-25. That was in Norris City. The Bulldogs have won 9 of the last 10 matchups, or at least that was as far as I could trace back, Travis. But, Norris City had a good team a couple of years ago during that COVID season. They were state ranked, actually, is the last time that they beat Carmi. But really, it's been a rivalry, but it's been dominated by Carmi ever since.
Yeah, I mean, that rivalry, it goes back to, Battle for White County. They always say it. I mean, they're a couple miles away, a couple miles apart from each other, and it's always going to be an intense rivalry because of that reason. It doesn't matter if one team's good, one team's bad. It's always a tightly contested, close game for the most part. I mean, a couple years ago, they had both teams, and they were both in the 20s by the end of the game. And was it 3 or 4 years ago down at North City?
Yeah, well, and you made that point, Travis. There's been games where these two teams combined for about 140 points, and there's been games where they've combined for about 50. And it just kind of shows that, and I love it when teams stick out, non-conference games where they stick to playing each other every year, because then you get to see the ups and the downs, the great teams and the not-so-great teams. And like I mentioned, back when we were in high school, these two teams were scoring about 80 points against each other, and then some years there were defensive battles where the winner first from the 25 won, and it's been fun to see these two teams go at it every year.
These two teams are always competitive like that. It does not matter. It does not matter. We talked about it with El Dorado and Carmi last week with the girls' game. It's one of those rivalries where it does not matter what sport you're in. It's always going to be competitive. It's always going to be a battle, and it's always going to be a fight to the finish.
Looking ahead at our broadcast schedule for the rest of the week, on Thursday, the girls will be at home against Flora. We'll have that one for you on WRUL and the WRUL Sports YouTube channel. And then on Friday, the boys are back at home for their final home game before the holiday break. It's going to be silent night as they host Flora. The Wolves going to be in their second year in the Black Diamond Conference this season. So, again, 2 more home games later on this week and a couple of games next week as well. I believe next week the boys will be at Benton on Tuesday, then at Hamilton County on Friday. The girls will be at home next Thursday against Lawrenceville. So still a couple of weeks of basketball before we hit the winter break and winter tournaments for both teams. The EHT seeding meeting, I believe, is on the 14th. So that is when we will learn, what seed Carmi gets. Travis, I think we can, looking ahead of the EHT, I think it's a good bet. Carmi probably a 2 or 3 seed, depending if they win the games they're supposed to win. Until then, obviously you got Herod, who we saw as the real deal. Massac County's having a great season so far, but I think you can probably put Carmi in that 3 to 4 range right behind them.
I mean, you could pencil in for top 5 easy. I mean, this team is great, and they've proven it with all the competition they faced so far. They continue to prove it. They'll be a high seed.
This has been the Rice Motors pregame show. They are lowering the flag, which means it's time for the national anthem. So we will step aside, and when we come back, we will have starting lineups between Carmi and North City right here on 97.3 WRUL. Back in 2 minutes.
Moving screen. He didn't get his feet set, it looks like, on number 12.
That's going to be on Healy. That's his first foul called in this game. And so with 7:09 to play here in the first quarter, 3-0 Bulldogs. Holloman will walk it across the timeline. Still a 3-2 zone being played here by North City. Backdoor lob for Edwards! And the alley-oop flush!
And that's what you can do against that 2-3 zone when the defense moves with the ball. Set a nice little back pick there. Mitchell Edwards going up for the 2.
Carmi student section loves it. Here's North City the other way. Chip in the near corner. This is Healy with the basketball. He lost it. Gomat takes it away. Gomat in front of the pack. Lays it in. 7-0 Carmi White County with 90 seconds gone here in the first quarter. Bulldogs just seem to be too much right now for NCOE early on. Long trying to create separation. Now it's Ship. He'll fire a three. Can't answer. Rebound Holloman. Bulldogs come the other way. 6:10 to play here in the first. 7-0 Carmi. Connor nears corner. Wants to go baseline. Dumps it off to Gomat, who lays it up and in for two. Timeout Norris City as Carmi has jumped out to a 9-0 advantage. And the Carmi faithful loves it. We'll take a step aside for a 30-second break. This timeout brought to you by Carmi Lumber. Back in 30 seconds. Well, how about that wake-up call for NCOE? 9-0 Carmi lead. Just 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Cole Carter, Travis Black with you. And this gym is juiced up. Norris City has the basketball. Shimp on the right top, guarded by Driscoll. He'll dribble left. They're going to call a foul against Driscoll as Ship was dribbling to his left side. Travis, you asked me the question during the break, have you ever seen anybody from Carmi with an alley-oop dunk? And I wouldn't be shocked that's never happened before.
Yeah,
I'm just being realistic.
That's very rare for just any town around here normally. There's very few teams that could say that they had somebody who can just catch it off the lob like that.
Left or right side, it's Long with the basketball. He picks it up now in the near corner. Back to Long. He'll fire a three. It's short, won't get the bounce. And they're going to say the ball touched the top of the backboard, so it goes over to Carmi. 5:38 to play here in the first quarter. 9-0 Carmi. The talk of the town has been, when has there ever been two guys played for Carmi that can dunk with ease whenever they want? They might go with the same play here, Travis. They go cross-court pass back to Edwards in the near corner. Edwards thought about pulling up. Now dumps it off to Holloman down low between the trees and travel.
Yeah, they almost ran the same play. Instead of running it for the lob, they ran it for the back pick for the three, and he just didn't really get enough time to get the shot off.
Obviously, Holloman down to the post, not really
that's
the right
amongst the trees with the point guard is not always the best idea.
Long top of the circle, now on the right side, Ship, near side to Healy. They swing it around back to Long. Long guarded by Edwards now. Long penetrates in out in the near corner. Ship will try another three from the right side. That's nearly an air ball, and Holloman has the rebound, nearly turns it over. Carmi comes the other way. Here's Connor on the right top. Connor drives in. To the basket he goes, and he lays it up and in. The Duke Corn Tournament MVP, Bryce Connor, with two, and Carmi leads 11-0 with 4:45 to go here in the first quarter. Long on the left top, he'll get a screen from Horton. Now drives left side, spinning off of Driscoll. Back in the corner, Horton. He drives in. Ship, far side to Long. Now it's Horton. Left side jumper. No go. Rebound grab by Edwards. And into the front court he comes, and he hands it off to Gomat in the left corner. And Gomat lost his dribble. It goes out of bounds. Ball goes back over to Norris City. 4:24 to go. What's been an action-packed first quarter. But it's been all Bulldogs. 11-0. Carmi White County. Long will walk across the timeline. Bulldogs still in a man-to-man defense. Long dribbling left, now dribbling back to his right. On the right top, it's Ship. Ship looks. Near side, he goes to Healy. Healy looks for someone to go to. Now goes to Ship in the right block. And they're going to call a foul against the Bulldogs. That's going to go against Tyler Gomat. That's his first Bulldog foul. They're correcting the second Bulldog foul called in this game. One on Driscoll and one on Gomat. 4:06 to play here in the first quarter. Nice inbounds pass goes to Healy, and he'll lay it up and in. And Norris City finally gets on the scoreboard. It's 11-2. Took him 4 minutes to score. Driscoll across the timeline. They go on the right side to Connor. At the right elbow, it's Holloman to Gomat, back out to Driscoll, catch and shoot three. Off the back of the iron, no good. Driscoll flies and gets the offensive rebound, but they say he stepped out of bounds on the far sideline. And so it goes back over to Norris City.
That's Carmi's first miss of the night right there. Started out 5 for 5.
And Travis, they've done a really good job at starting games hot. Starting games shooting the ball very well. Even in that loss against Heron, they made some shots there in the first quarter and even had a lead at halftime.
I mean, yeah, they're really good at just getting good shots early on. It's just when the legs start to get tired that they start to settle for a lot of jumpers.
Ship goes left side. In the far corner now, it's Long. Left top to Horton. North City running that flex offense. We've seen a lot of teams do. Preston bounce pass to Horton, taken away by Edwards. Edwards up ahead to Connor. Connor to the basket he goes, lays it in with the right hand yet again. Bryce Connor's got 4. The Carmi lead is 11, 13-2. North City with some miscommunication there on the offensive end. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Long left top, picks up his dribble, now goes in the far corner to Tucker. Back to Long, the near side Ship. He goes in the near corner to Healy. Healy looks down the block to Long, picks up his dribble out to Horton. Thought about a 3, now puts on the floor. Left-handed hook shot away from Edwards, no good. Mitchell grabs the rebound. Another defensive stop for Carmi. Edwards, or correction, Driscoll walking into the front court now in the right corner to Connor. Bounce pass in the block to Gomat. Up top to Holloman. Holloman, nice dump off pass to Gomat for the lay-in. Very unselfish play by Gavin Holloman, who I thought played a great Duke-Horn tournament, really starting to see what he can bring to the table as a sophomore.
He's playing great at that point guard position. That was going to be the one worry, is who's going to be that, that leader at the top to get everything set up on the offense, and he's proved early on in this year that that leader's him.
Driscoll picks up his second foul. So Trey Dixon will check into the ballgame for the first time. Dixon is here in the first couple of weeks really been the only guy to play off the bench for Carmi in meaningful varsity minutes. We saw that kind of hurt Carmi in that Saturday matchup with Heron. Of course, Heron played about 13 guys in that game. Far corner 3 from Cord Tucker is up and good.
Yeah, Cole, just, that's going to be Carmi's Achilles heel this whole year. That's just going to be tired legs from only playing about 6 guys. But, you're going to looking for that 7th or 8th guy to kind of step up at that JV level, like Coach Wolf said when we talked to him last.
15-5, Carmi leads after the Tucker 3-pointer. Dixon left top, now on the right side to Holloman. Holloman looks back to Edwards on the right top. He goes left side to Connor. Carmi playing 4 out, 1 in with Gomat inside. Now Edwards cuts in. Holloman open for 3 on the right wing. It won't go, but there's Gomat, who almost had the offensive rebound. Now it's Holloman who goes up and scores. Gavin Holloman averaging 6 points per game, 6.5 points per game, has 2. 3-point shot on the other end by Tucker is no good. Here comes Carmi the other way. Bryce Connor with an emphatic right-handed dunk.
Number 11, Bryce Connor.
19-5, Carmi leads. Here's Healy at the other end. Top of the key to Horton. Horton working against Edwards. Bounce pass left side to Long. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Far corner, it's Tucker. He'll dribble her out. Now to Ship, top of the key. Near side, Healy. Back to Long. 47 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Long guarded by Dixon. Top of the key to Ship. Near side he goes to Healy. Dumps it off to Long, down low. Long dribbles it out now. Long turns around and shoots. A little too hard. Rebound down. Grabbed by Gavin Holloman. Holloman up ahead to Gomat. Gomat baseball pass, and he was looking for Edwards and threw it right at the North City cheerleaders. Kevin Wolf not too happy about that, and he's going to call a 30-second timeout with 28.8 seconds to go here in the first quarter. This timeout brought to you by Carmi Lumber. Take time out of that to-do list, and before you drive a nail, drive to Carmi Lumber. Back in 30 seconds. Final 28 seconds here in the first quarter. The Bulldogs lead 19-5. Kevin Wolf a little frustrated, burned the timeout. They go to Ship, top of the key. Now it's Healy on the left top. They set an elevator screen for Horton. He grabs it, goes left side to Tucker. 15 seconds now. Ship left top. Now to Long to the top of the key. He'll dribble it out. North City holding for 1 shot. 10 seconds. Long goes left side to Ship. Nearly stolen away by Connor. Connor threw it in the backcourt, but now it's Horton who has it. 5 seconds. Ship goes near corner. Healy has it. Now it's Long. Fires at the buzzer. No good. And that's how the first quarter comes to an end, with the Bulldogs leading Norris City 19-5. We'll take a 1-minute break right here on 97.3 WRUL. Start of the second quarter, Norris City has the basketball. Carmi has a 2-touchdown lead, 19-5. And the Bulldogs took the second quarter on defense. Cardinals swing it around. It's Ship at the top of the key, now on the right side to Healy. He goes back to Ship, and he goes on the near side, Tucker. Norris City looking for what could be a big basket here, trying to make a comeback. Ship fires a corner three. It's short, but there's Horton for the offensive rebound. His putback not good. His second attempt blocked by Edwards, and then Horton got it back. Now it's Tucker, mid-range jumper. No good. Another offensive rebound. Now Ship has it. That's now 3 offensive rebounds for Norris City, and Ship's pass is knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, you can't allow that to happen. Just getting a little overzealous right now. Not focusing in like they were to start the game.
Travis made the note to me at the break that Norris City had 0 rebounds in that first half, and then they got 3 on one possession. So Colby Prather will check in for the Cardinals. And inbounding is Horton. He turned it over. Threw it right to Mitchell Edwards, and here comes Carmi the other way. 40 seconds gone here in the second quarter, 19-5. Carmi with the lead. Holloman left top to Edwards. Thought about a 3. Goes back to Holloman between the circles. At the free throw line, it's Gomat. He squares up, goes far corner. Corner 3 for Connor on the way. That's a first bank 3-pointer for Bryce Connor. He's got 9. And the Bulldogs lead by 17, 22-5. Long goes on the right top. It's Healy now in the near corner to Prather. Back to Long, dribbling left. Now picked up by Edwards near midcourt. Long dribbles right, now hands it back off to Prather near midcourt. Back to Long. 6:40 to play here in the second quarter, 22-5. Bulldogs with the lead. Long on the right top. He puts on the floor, bounce pass to Horton near corner. Horton kind of work on Dixon, gives it off to Healy. Now it's cut Tucker. Back to Horton, trying to go around Trey Dixon. He does. He hits the shot and he draws a foul. That foul's going to be against Tyler Gomat and Joel Horton with the A1 opportunity. And so Horton with his first 2 points on the night. Gomat picks up his second foul, 4th Carmi foul. And so Horton gathers. His free throw on the way is no good. Rebound tipped into the hands of Trey Dixon. Bulldogs come the other way. 6:20 left to play here in the second quarter. 22-7. Bulldogs lead. Edwards left top. Now on the right side, it's Dixon. Back to the top of the circle, Holloman. Left side, Edwards. Thought about shooting the 3. Now a bounce pass from Holloman to Gomat at the free throw line. Gets it back over to Holloman. Carmi, you can tell, looking for a good shot here against Norris City's 2-3 zone defense. There's a good look from Edwards. His 3 no good. And it's tipped into the hands of Joel Horton. Cardinals come the other way. Here's Long. Trying to work around Trey Dixon. His shot up and no good. Connor has the rebound. Bulldogs going the other way. They don't have numbers, but Bryce will pull this one out. Bulldogs will set up their offense with 5:40 left to go here in the second quarter. 22-7. Bulldogs with the lead. Here's Connor. Left dead spot. Now goes across the court to Holloman. Now left top to Dixon. And we've got a whistle away from the basketball.
3 seconds in the lane on Gomat.
3 in the lane against Tyler Gomat. So Gomat will come out after a couple of fouls. Landon Driscoll comes back into the ball game. Also thought Driscoll played her really well. Played a really good DuCoin tip-off tournament. Of course, he was a part of the all-tournament team. Him, Edwards, and Connor. Here's Long left top, now top of the key to Horton. He'll dribble left. Bounce pass in the far corner to Long. Now it's Horton who would turn and shoot from the free throw line. It's no good. Connor Skies in for the rebound. Bulldogs come the other way. It's Holloman one-on-one against Healy. Holloman's shot won't go. And they call the foul on the floor. They're going to say it was on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up here for Gavin Holloman.
Yeah, Cole, you mentioned it. You thought Landon played extremely well enough to be on the all-tournament team. I mean, yeah, he did. I mean, that was probably his coming-out party. That's like the first time he's put an entire, couple-game stretch together. He has his hot days, has his cold days, but he played extremely well that whole tournament, kind of found his role in this offense.
Even had a 20-point game against Cairo on Wednesday last week. First free throw no good for Holloman, but the second free throw is up and good. And Gavin Holloman's got 3 points. The Bulldog lead is 23-7. Quick three at the other end from Tucker is no good. Offensive rebound by Healy. Now it's long for 3, and it's up and good. You can't give Norris City second chances. They love to shoot that 3-point shot. Down to a 13-point game, 23-10. Holloman left top to Edwards. Now in the far corner, it's Connor who drives in, dumps it off to Dixon now. Top of the key to Holloman, back left side to Edwards. Left elbow, it is Driscoll who nearly lost it. Got it back out to Edwards, no travel. Edwards wants to go baseline, now pulls it out to Holloman. Swing it around the right side, Dixon. Bounce pass far corner to Connor. Connor thought about a 3, now pulls up for a 3, it's no good. And Driscoll has the offensive rebound. He tries to kick it out and he draws a foul. Foul will be on the floor. That's going to be against Joel Horton. And Horton commits his first foul as the 3rd Norris City foul. Healy has 2, Horton has 1. So Driscoll will inbound. 4:22 to play here in the second quarter. 23-10, Carmi leads. Holloman goes right side to Connor. He looks, now goes to Driscoll on the right elbow. Kicks it out, that one taken away by Prather. His pass got deflected and Prather took it away. Here comes Norris City the other way. 4:10 to play in this second quarter. It's been all Carmi from this point. But NCOE trying to come back. Left side Tucker now on the right top to Prather. He goes near corner to Long. Guarded by Dixon. Back to Prather. He'll fire a 3 at the top of the key. That's back-to-back triples for Norris City. And Prather with his first points makes it a 10-point game. Travis, we kind of saw this in that game last Tuesday or 2 Tuesdays ago for Carmi against Gallatin County. A great first quarter, but letting the other team hang around in the second. As that pass is deflected away and stolen by Tucker. Then Driscoll takes it back away. Cutting is Connor. He picks up his dribble and he draws a foul.
Yeah, it's a lot of lackadaisical passes what's getting Carmi in trouble. I mean, they're leading the turnover battle right now. They got 8, and it's not even halftime.
That's one battle you don't want to lead in terms of stats. They're going to say, the North City fans arguing the fouls on the floor, but they're going to say that Connor was going up, so they're going to give Bryce Connor 2 free throws.
Number 11, Bryce Connor.
Give credit to the Cardinals. They're hanging around down to a 10-point game, 23-13, with 3:27 to play here in the second quarter. Connor's first free throw on the way and good. So far this season, Bryce is shooting 73% from the free throw line. He's now 28 for 38 on the season. Second free throw on the way, got them both. 11 points for Connor. Bulldog lead back to 12, 25-13 with 3:20 left to play here in the second quarter. Long will walk it across the timeline, bounce pass to Horton, top of the key, goes near side Prather. Prather looks, puts it on the floor, Connor all over him. Going to be close to a 5-second call, nearly avoids it. As here's Horton who dribbles against Edwards. Crossover, thought about pulling up from the free throw line, now picks up his dribble, goes far side, too long, guarded by Driscoll. 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Back to Prather, top of the key. North City, you can tell, Travis, not wanting to settle for anything, looking for a good shot.
They're really working that ball around early on. They were kind of settling for some quick shots, and now they're starting to slow the pace on Carmi, not let him get out in transition.
Prather right top, guarded by Connor, puts it on the floor. Now it's Healy off to Horton at the top of the key. North City still just trying to stick in kind of this flex offense. Just kind of a pass and screen down type look. As Long has it, guarded by Driscoll. Long tries to drive in, pulls it from the elbow, left side. Couldn't get it to bounce in, and they're going to call a foul against, I believe, Driscoll. Yep, call foul against Driscoll as he was boxing out Horton. Against Edwards?
Yep.
Kevin Wolf doesn't like it. The North City fans do as Edwards picks up his first foul. He was boxing out Horton, I guess just a little bit too aggressive with the box out. North City will inbound, and Prather will throw it off the leg of Holloman, and it will go out of bounds. It will stay with NCOE. Actually, Tucker is the one doing the inbounding. 2:24 to play here in the second quarter. 25-13 Bulldogs lead. Corner three on the way from Healy is no good. Driscoll has the rebound. Carmi's got numbers, 2-on-1. Behind the back pass to Driscoll from Bryce Connor, and Driscoll has two. You don't have to dunk it every time, Travis, to get some flash.
Hey, you know, layup still 2 points.
Prather right top. North City has the basketball down by 14. 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Horton on the far corner tries to get around Edwards. He does. Layup good. Nice move by Joel Horton. That's kind of where he makes his money, I guess you could say, is that drop step in the post. Saw it a lot last year in the EHT.
Mm-hmm. He's a good low post player, even a mid post player. He's got those little turnaround jumpers.
Driscoll at the top of the key. Goes left side to Edwards. Open for a three. Yes. That's the first bank three-pointer for Mitchell Edwards. Kevin Wolf will burn a timeout. And with 93 seconds to go here in the second quarter, the Bulldogs have doubled up North City. It's 30-15. Back in 30 seconds. .93 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. The Bulldogs lead NCOE 30-15. Cole Carter and Travis Black here at McDougal-Evers Gymnasium. J.C. Tinsley is back at the WRUL studio. And Asher Penrod, Haley Winkleman, and Whitney McGuire doing some stats for us here for those of you watching on the WRUL Sports YouTube channel. This is Bulldog Basketball on 97.3 WRUL, Carmi, Illinois, and online at WRUL.com. North City has the ball, trailing by 15. Here's Tucker. Trying to drive in against Connor, now tries to fade away, goes to Healy down low. He'll turn, his shot no good. Edwards the rebound. Bulldogs on the run. Nice bounce pass to Trey Dixon up ahead, and Dixon draws a foul. And the North City fans can't believe that foul call. And Dixon will go to the free throw line. That foul is against Healy, and that's a North City starter now with 3 fouls. And Travis, a lot like Carmi, the Cardinals don't go very deep. Only 6 guys have played tonight. First free throw for Dixon is no good.
And when you run a rotation like that, you can't have anyone really in foul trouble. It's just going to kill you.
1:07 to play here in the second quarter. 30-15, Bulldogs lead. Second free throw for Dixon on the way. He goes 1 of 2. 31-15, final minute here in the second quarter. Across the timeline, it's Long on the left top, now in the far corner to Tucker. Left side, it's Horton. Back in the far corner, Long thought about a 3. Now goes baseline against Dixon, and they're going to call a foul on Trey Dixon. As it was Long trying to go right on the baseline side, but Dixon will pick up his first foul. First foul against Dixon and the 6th foul against Carmi, so 1 more will put North City in the bonus. Here with 52 seconds to play here in the second quarter. So North City will inbound, Tucker will trigger. He slaps the ball, he looks. Looking to get inbound, still looking, now goes up top to Long, who grabs it near the Bulldog logo. 48 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Long dribbles right, got a screen from Horton. Guarded by Connor on the right top. Now goes near side, catch and shoot 3 for Tucker, it's no good. Edwards grabs the rebound. Bulldogs come the other way, they might hold for 1 shot. I think that's what Kevin Wolf wants with 32 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. 31-15 your score. Holloman at midcourt will let this clock tick down. The Cardinals have gone to a man-to-man defense. 18 seconds now. Driscoll back to Holloman. Holloman looks, or I stand corrected, North City still in the zone. Holloman dribbles right, 8 seconds. Down left side to Edwards. Deep 3 on the way. Got it! A first bank three-pointer from Mitchell Edwards. At the other end, Prather at the buzzer is no good. And this first half comes to an end. All Bulldogs. And Carmi White County leads 34-15 as we go to intermission. We'll take a 3-minute break right here on 97.3 WRUL. The halftime show is brought to you by the Jordan Funeral Group, remembering lives well lived and honoring the tradition of Bulldog athletics. Visit jordanfuneralgroup.com for more information. Cole Carter and Travis Black here at McDougall-Evers Gymnasium. The Bulldogs lead NCOE 34-15. You know, Travis, I thought North City was kind of making a run at things there early in the second quarter. Bulldogs got some good possessions, though. Later in the second quarter to build a 19-point lead.
Yeah, I mean, they made a run there at, start the second, like you said. I mean, Carmi was just kind of getting out of things that they really should be doing. They were trying to force some stuff, getting a little fancy, and it was causing a lot of turnovers. But once they started settling down, running through the offense, and getting back to that defensive intensity they had in the first quarter, that's when this lead started to expand again.
Again, 34-15, the halftime score. Looking at the individual scoring line. First for Carmi, they were led by Mitchell Edwards and Bryce Connor, both who scored 11 points. 6 points from Tyler Gomad, 3 from Gavin Holloman, 2 from Landon Driscoll, and 1 from Trey Dixon. For North City, they were led by Joel Horton, who had 4 points. 3 points from Preston Long and Cord Tucker. 3 points as well from Colby Prather. And it was Eric Healy who had 2 points for Jordan Johnson's Fighting Cardinals. Again, your halftime score, Bulldogs lead 34-15. They led 19-5 at the break. They give us a halftime score, again, 35-34. to 15. We will take a 3-minute break. We come back. Travis will have team stats for us right here on 97.3 WRUL. Here at halftime at Diggle Evers Gymnasium, Cole Carter and Travis Black as the Bulldogs lead NCOE 34-15. Travis got some team stats for us.
Yeah, Carmi shot 13 of 17 from the field at 76%, 4 of 8 from 3 for 50%, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 67%. North City shot 6 of 26 for 23%, at 3 of 14 from 3 for 21%, and 0 of 1 from the free throw line, 0%. Rebounding numbers, Carmi had 12 defensive, 3 offensive. North City had 1 defensive rebound and 4 offensive. And turnovers, Carmi had 8, North City had 5. But, I mean, the real story is, Cole, I mean, when Carmi's not turning the ball over there and they're running their offense effectively, they're just dominant. I mean, they went 9 of 9 inside the arc. They don't miss inside the arc if they're slowing it down, working the offense, running it and taking good time with their shots.
Yeah, I can imagine Kevin Wolf a little bit upset when we saw him get a little bit upset there in that first half, call a timeout when Carmi, you build that lead, the crowd's fired up, you dunk it a couple of times, and you want to make that flashy pass. You want to do that extra pass. They're trying to do a little too much.
Yeah, they're looking for the home run play.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of taking a single or a double, you're trying for the big play, and I get it. The crowd's excited, and I mean you're all amped up. It's another home game, great crowd, good atmosphere, kind of a rivalry game, but if they would just make the simple pass every time, this game there would be no question in who would be leading by a lot.
And the halftime show is brought to you by the Jordan Funeral Group, remembering lives well lived and honoring the tradition of Bulldog athletics. Visit jordanfuneralgroup.com for more. Again, J.C. Tinsley is back at the WRUL studio. Haley Winkleman and Asher Penrod getting us on the air on the YouTube side. And the lovely Whitney McGuire doing some stats for us behind us as the Bulldogs lead Norris City 34-15 here at the break. Again, the Bulldogs are back at home on Friday when they take on Flora. And speaking of Flora, a little score update from them. They are playing Fairfield, and they lead Fairfield 20-13. That game just before halftime. So you can imagine Flora will be pretty good on Friday. They were pretty good last year, beat Carmi twice, both in overtime.
That'll be a good test for us.
I can imagine a great crowd Friday night as well. It will be silent night. Should be a fun one. But the Bulldogs got to take care of this second half as they start the half with the basketball, and Gavin Holloman will go to the far side to Mitchell Edwards. At the top of the key, it's Landon Driscoll. He goes on the near side. It's Tyler Gomat. He'll pull up for a mid-range two-point jumper, and it's good for Tyler Gomat. He's got 8 points. Saw a lot of good things from Tyler Gomat last week as well. 30 seconds gone here in the third quarter. 36-15, Bulldogs lead by 21. Long on the right top, bounce pass to Horton, guarded by Holloman. Between the legs, now pulls up for a mid-range jumper. It's no good, and Driscoll clears the rebound for Carmi. 7:15 to play here in the third quarter. 36-15, Bulldogs lead. Near side, here's Holloman. Now goes top of the key to Gomat, left side Connor. Far corner, it's Driscoll. Looks, elevator screen for Edwards. Deep three for Edwards. He's on fire. That's a first bank three-pointer for Mitchell Edwards. He's got 14.
He just shot that three from the volleyball spiking line. I think he's a little hot.
And a couple of those there in that first half. Again, he made the all-tournament team at Duke Coin last week. That's a sophomore. Again, this kid's only a sophomore. Elbow jump shot from Tucker is no good. Connor grabs the rebound, and he will walk this one across half court as Kevin Wolf calls the play. 6.5 to play here in the third quarter. 39-15, Bulldogs lead. Holloman goes right to left, now back to his left near corner to Edwards, and they're going to call an illegal screen against Tyler Gomat. That's his third foul.
Yeah, just getting a little extra there with the screen, trying to make the play. Just got to sit there and let him run into you.
We saw Gomat getting some foul trouble on Saturday in those two games against Heron and West Frankfort, so he'll come out with 3 fouls. Trey Dixon checks back in for the Bulldogs. 39-15, 6:20 to go here in the third quarter. Near side, here's Tucker, guarded by Driscoll. And throws it to nobody as Ship wasn't looking for it, and Long goes all the way over to save it, where they say he stepped out of bounds. Ball goes back over to Carmi. And so Prather will check in here for NCOE. 6:15 to play here in the third. 39-15. So Driscoll will walk this one across the timeline. He'll go left side to Connor. Connor looks. Goes to Dixon on the right side. Now it's on the far side, near side that is, to Holloman, and he will draw a foul against Cord Tucker. So Tucker picks up his first foul. It's the first foul against Norris City in this half. 1 foul apiece. Driscoll inbound. Goes in the backcourt to Holloman. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Bulldogs lead by 24, 39-15. Connor hands it off to Driscoll. Dribble weave here. Tries to get inside. Goes in the far corner now. Edwards. Edwards puts on the floor. Dribble it off his leg. Goes back and gets it near midcourt. Gets it over to Connor at the Bulldog logo. Backdoor cut back to Driscoll. He missed his layup and might have got hurt on the way up. Here comes Norris City the other way. It's Prather on the right top. Back to Long. Long will pull up for 3. It's short. Won't roll in. Connor has the rebound. Bulldogs the other way. Leading by 24, 39-15. Connor right to the basket, able to draw the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, I think on that shot by Mitchell Edwards, I think he hit his hand on the backboard, between the backboard and the rim. I think he pinned his own shot.
Tall person problems, right, Travis?
Mm-hmm.
So Connor will go to the free throw line, but it was a great backdoor cut by Edwards and a good pass from Connor.
I mean, this third quarter, Cole, Carmi's offense has been really running really extremely well. They're moving the ball. They're hitting the guys when they're open. This is kind of what you want to see.
Yeah. And I can imagine Kevin Wolf's message at halftime was, hey, let's be more patient offensively. Let's just look for good shots as Connor goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line, makes it 40-15. Tucker, corner 3 on the left side is up and good at the other end.
Number 11,
Cord Tucker's got 6 points. The Bulldog lead is 22, 40-18 with 5:08 to play here in the third quarter. Holloman near side, Driscoll hands it back off to Connor. Back to Holloman, he'll dribble in, bounce pass left side, Driscoll. He puts it on the floor. Driscoll hands it off from the near side to Edwards. Edwards to the rim, he goes. His shot blocked by Prather, but he was fouled by Prather. Going to be 2 free throws here for Mitchell Edwards. A correction, they call that foul on Horton. So that'll be Horton's second foul.
Number 34, Joe Horton.
Under 5 to play here in the third quarter. 40-18 Bulldogs lead, and Edwards will shoot a pair of free throws. First one up and good. 15 points for Edwards. And Travis, the most impressive thing about Mitchell Edwards is he's only a sophomore. I mentioned it earlier, but Bulldogs going to have 2.5 more years of this guy.
Yeah, and this kid's going to be special. I mean, he's athletic. He's tall, long, lanky. I mean, he's got guard skills, can shoot it from, we've seen him hit a couple ones from the volleyball spiking line. Like, kid's got unlimited range. It's just going to be scary to see what this kid becomes when he puts some more weight on.
Edwards goes 2 of 2. He's got 16 points. The Bulldog lead is 42-18, and they're going to call a foul as Prather was looking left and right. Connor hit him with the left hand on accident. That would be a foul, and that is the first foul against Bryce Connor.
Foul number 11, Bryce Connor, his first.
Second Bulldog foul in the second half. The inbound to Horton. Now they go on the far side to Prather. Bounce pass to Horton down low. Out to Tucker on the right top. Tucker behind the back now to Prather on the right top. With 4:25 to play here in the third quarter. 42-18. Bulldogs with the lead. Long goes near side to Tucker. Now to Horton between the circles on the right side. Back to Long, guarded by Holloman. Bulldogs have been a man-to-man pretty much all night long. Long on the right top. Bounce pass back to Horton. Fighting Cardinals very patient here, looking for a shot offensively. Horton gets to the rim and he puts it up and in. Nice move there by Joel Horton. He's got 6. Bulldog lead down to 22, 42-20. Under 3 to play here in the third quarter. Connor goes near side, Holloman. Guarded by Tucker now, bounce pass to Driscoll at the top of the key. Far side, Connor. He'll pull up for 3, and it's on the way off the back of the iron, no good. And Prather will chase down the rebound for Norris City. Cardinals have numbers the other way. Here's Long into the front court, coast to coast by himself. Layup up and good for Preston Long. Kevin Wolf not too pleased with his team's effort despite the 20-point lead. He will take a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Carmi Lumber. Take time out of that to-do list, and before you drive a nail, drive to Carmi Lumber. Back in 1 minute on 97.3 WRUL. Three and a half to go here in the third quarter. Bulldogs lead Norris City 42-22. Cole Carter and Travis Black with you here at McDougall-Evers Gymnasium. Bryce Connor will walk across the timeline. He's looking to get rid of it as they're face guarding Gavin Holloman. Now they give it over to Holloman on the near side. Holloman, top of the circle, Driscoll. Now far corner to Connor. He puts it on the floor, trying to get around Prather. Prather knocked it.
Amping up that pressure, which they have to because they're down. They're trying to get any deflections, any steals. They're not laying back like they were in that zone.
Down low to Driscoll and a good pass from Connor, and Driscoll turns and scores. 4 points for Landon Driscoll, and the Bulldog lead up to 22, 42-22. Long gets down low, his shot short, rebound tipped out into the hands of Driscoll now. Bulldogs coming the other way, and Driscoll will draw the foul as he was driving in on the right side. Still lots of basketball left. 2:38 to play here in the third quarter.
Foul number 11,
As Tyler Gomat will check in here for Carmi.
Checking back into the ballgame, number 12.
He will check in for Trey Dixon, so starting 5 out there for Kevin Wolf's squad. Driscoll goes near corner to Connor. Connor dumps it off to Gomat in the post, and he gets slammed down. Gomat not too pleased about it. And I don't think it was necessarily intentional. Prather behind him grabbed Gomat, and he's not too pleased about it. And Travis, we saw Gomat in a technical foul last week against West Frankfort. And that could have been a lot worse.
Yeah. That play did not look pretty. I don't think he meant to do it, but it's just one of those things where it's kind of it was bad. It looked a lot worse than what he meant it to be. I think he was just trying to wrap him up. I mean, he's a 5'8" guy guarding 6'2" down the post. I think he's an intentional foul.
But if we're on the football field, that's a fantastic form tackle.
That was that. I mean, if you're in wrestling, that's a good suplex right there, a little slam.
Wrestling was the proper term for that. Inbounds pass goes to Edwards on the right side. First bank three-pointer, Mitchell Edwards. 19 points. And another Hail Mary three right there. Limitless range from the 6'6" sophomore. Horton dribbles right, getting around. Connor now picks up his dribble underneath to Tucker. Out of bounds, last touch by Tucker. Carmi ball. 2:14 to play here in the third quarter. Carmi trying to run away, leading by 25, 47-22. Cardinals will apply a little bit of pressure here. Driscoll across the timeline, now off to Holloman. Who gets into the front court. Edwards near top. Now it's Holloman, now left side to Driscoll. Lob backdoor for Edwards. The reverse layup no good as Mitchell was off balance. And here comes North City the other way. Horton driving right against Connor. And draws a foul against Connor. So Horton will, the rest of the foul was on the floor as Bryce picks up his second foul. 1:52 to play here in the third quarter, 47-22, Bulldogs lead. Tucker will inbound. Looks, still looks, now goes on the far side as a new player into the ballgame for Norris City. As that is Javen Garrett. Top of the key, it's Healy. Now a deep three for Tucker on the right top. Won't fall. Rebound tipped out to Tyler Gomat. Gomat gets it across the timeline. Now goes far side to Connor. 90 seconds left to play here in the third. Connor to the right side of the basket. His shot up and good, and one for Bryce Connor. Chance for an old-fashioned three-point play.
Almost gets his pocket picked. He says, "Oh, you're going to come out here and guard me. I'll just go to the basket."
We're playing like that, is what he said. Bryce was just looking to get the call from Coach Wolf. Long him around the backside, tried to steal it. And Bryce said, "I guess I'll have to go score now." 19 points for Bryce Connor. This will make it 20. Got it. 50-22, Bulldogs lead. Catch and shoot three at the other end for Tucker is no good. Rebound went off the leg of Horton out of bounds, and it goes back over to Carmi White County. 1:21 to play here in the third quarter. Bulldogs trying to go up by 30 or 31 on this possession. Leading 50-22. Just going to the front court. Bounce pass right side to Gomat. Top of the key, Driscoll catch and shoot three. He got knocked down, and the rebound grabbed by Horton. Fighting Cardinals the other way. Here's Long, picks up his dribble, now goes cross-court pass to Tucker. He now goes baseline. Nice little floater by Tucker, but it's no good, and the rebound off the hands of Horton, out of bounds. Ball goes back over to the Bulldogs. Tell you what, defensively, Travis Carmi looking pretty stout here in the third quarter. They've only allowed 7 points. They've outscored NCOE 16-7.
I mean, yeah, they're up in their face. They slunk back in that 1-3-1 just to change up the look. But I mean, they're really giving North City's offense problems.
Top of the key, left side, it is Edwards. Now on the right top to Connor. 37 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Now the Bulldogs will run their share of a flex offense. Driscoll, right top. Top of the key, left side, Gomat. Chucks one down low to Bryce, who turns and shoots and scores. My goodness.
Talk about playing through contact.
How about the pass by Gomat?
That was a fastball.
I was going to say. shucked one down there to him.
The old number one.
As Connor missed the free throw. Bryce with 17 points tonight. 20 seconds to go as Carmi's got to that 1-3-1 defense now. 30-point Bulldog lead. Long, left top. Steps into it. Now goes cross court in the corner to Tucker. Rebound out to Connor. 4 seconds. Bryce shucks one from midcourt off the side of the backboard. And he had a couple of seconds. Could have got closer, but regardless, can't complain because the Bulldogs lead by 30 as we go to the fourth quarter. 52-22 your score. Ready for the final stanza back in 1 minute on 97.3 WRUL. Start of the fourth quarter, Bulldogs lead Norris City 52-22. Cole Carter and Travis Black with you at McDougal-Everett Gymnasium. Bulldogs looking to improve to 5-1 here on the season. Been all Carmi tonight. Norris City has the ball. Long on the right top, down to Long in the post. Long turns. They're going to call an offensive foul. That's 5 on Joel Horton, and he is done for the night. Tyler Gomat doing what he does best, drawing offensive fouls. Horton's got his 5th. Of course, Jordan Johnson not going to be too happy with it. Norris City fans aren't happy, and it's been that kind of night for the Cardinals tonight, Travis.
Yeah, it's one of those nights where some things just can't go right for you.
Jordan Johnson pleading his case. And his dad, Jack Johnson, also trying to do the same. 7:06 to play here in the fourth quarter. Holloman to inbound, goes to Driscoll on the right side. Driscoll will walk it across the timeline. Driscoll goes right, now in the hands to Gomat. Top of the key to Connor. Left side, it's Holloman. Holloman looks. Top of the key, Edwards, open 3 on the way. Missed that one, a rare miss for Edwards. And the rebound tipped out to Preston Long. Into the front court comes Long. Now it's left side to Graham, now back to Long. On the right side to Tucker. Top of the key, Graham. Long 3 on the way. Got it. Javen Graham for 3. And North City back within 27 at 52-25. Into the front court comes Driscoll. Driscoll dribbles left. Hands it off to Connor, dribbling right. Connor to the rim. He goes. Bryce Connor again. Deuce and the abuse. He'll go to the free throw line for a chance for a 3-point play.
Possible 3-point play.
And that foul being against Eric Healy, that's his 5th. So 2 starters for the Cardinals have fouled out, Horton and Healy. And so we'll see Jackson Simmons check in, a 6-foot freshman. 5:44 to play here in the ball game. 54-25 Bulldogs lead. Make it 55-25 as Connor has 20 points. Long into the front court, got it by Holloman. Dribbles left near corner. Long 3 on the way for Tucker is no good. Connor has the rebound. Bulldogs on the run. Connor, nice pass up ahead to Driscoll. His shot no good. Might have been deflected by Long. It was a nice outlet pass by Connor. Cardinals the other way. Near corner, it's Tucker. Now top of the key to Long on the right side. Into the hands of Graham. Long left side, guarded by Connor. He'll fire a deep 3 in front of the North City bench, and he got it. Preston Long has 8. Bulldog lead back 27, 55-28. Under 5 to play here in the fourth quarter. Driscoll into the front court. Dribbles to his left now, guarded by Graham. On the right top to Gomack. Nice pass down low to Holloman. Holloman goes up, can't draw the foul. And it will stay with Carmi. 4:37 to go, and we've got running clock here in the fourth quarter with the Bulldogs. They led by 30 going into the fourth quarter. So we'll stay running clock. Inbounds pass goes to Connor, and that shot is up and good. Kind of throw it up there on the hook shot. The inbounds pass was looking for a foul, but none was called. As a quick three the other way for North City won't fall, and rebounded by Tyler Gomack. 4:10 to play. Bulldogs going to cruise their 5th win on the year, 57-28. Edwards down low to Holloman, far corner to Connor. He'll drive in and throw it down with the right hand.
Almost rolled out because how far he brought the rim down.
24 for Bryce Connor in a 31-point Bulldog lead, 59-28. Floater up and good by Tucker. Tucker's got 8. 59-30 with 3:37 to play here in the fourth quarter. Both teams still playing till the end. Gomez on the right top. Now 3.5 to play. Left side to Driscoll. Top of the key to Edwards. Edwards looking, goes left side to Holloman. Holloman down low to Gomack. Gomack catch, turns, can't hit, got his own rebound, scores. Tyler Gomack with 10. Bulldogs back up by 31. Right side, left side three, that is for Preston Long. Preston Long has 11. 61-33. Under 3 to play in this one. Driscoll across the timeline, lost it, couldn't get it back, and it's taken away by Graham, and they're going to call a foul against Driscoll with 2:45 and counting left to play. And a quick sub made by NCOE, number 21. Kane Weaver will check in. Ship will check out.
Also checking in number 21, Trey Dixon.
And Trey Dixon is into the game for Carmi as well. 2.5 to play. Here in the fourth quarter, 61-33. Long buzzer. Nice pass to Holloman down low. His shot good, and the foul. Putting some icing on the cake here for the Bulldogs. 5 points for Gavin Holloman. And so Tanner Spence is set to come in here for Carmine. He'll check in. Spence, the senior, he scored 4 points last Wednesday against Cairo, and Bryce Connor gets a nice round of applause as he comes out with 90 seconds left to play. Holloman's free throw on the way, he got it. Holloman has 6. 64-33. Tucker goes baseline, his shot up and good off glass. 10 points for Cord Tucker. Holloman will walk it across the timeline. Final 70 seconds left to play. They go near corner. Tanner Spence as Mason Haywood has also checked in for Carmi. Haywood has it left top. Now it's Holloman between the circles with the 2 seniors out. This is a good look of next year's squad. Of course, Spence, him being a senior as well. Haywood right top. Now it's Holloman. He goes to the basket. Holloman shot up and no good. And they're going to call a foul. And Holloman will shoot a pair of free throws. Connor Newell and Gavin Payton are set to come in here in the final 40 seconds. That foul was against Cord Tucker. Holloman's first free throw is up and good. Holloman's got 7. And Gavin Payton will check in. Final 22 seconds. As Holloman's second free throw won't fall. Rebound is grabbed by Weaver for North City. Final 12 seconds. Long will pull up from the volleyball line. It's no good. Rebound is grabbed by Tanner Spence. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And this one is over. The Bulldogs with a dominant 30-point win over the NCOE Fighting Cardinals. And the final score, the Bulldogs win it 65-35. We'll Travis, from the get-go, it was all Carmi. North City made things interesting there in the second, but Carmi, a great second half to pull away with their 5th win on the year.
I mean, yeah, they pulled it together there in the second half. When they started to slow things down, run their offense thoroughly, I mean, that's when they started this game just started busting open. I mean, if they can run their offense like they did tonight in that second half, you know, a late third quarter, early fourth, I mean, this team's going to be very hard to beat.
We will take a 3-minute break. We come back, we'll have the Roark Transport postgame show right here on 97.3 WRUL.
Looking at that thing.
The post-game show is delivered by Roark Transport, hauling fuel, rock, grain, and more to help our community grow. Call 265-3665 for more. Being joined by head coach Kevin Wolf as the Bulldogs defeat Norris City 65-35. And Coach, you guys came in tonight, took care of business, pretty much dominated this game all the way through.
Yeah, we've had a ton of energy. It's great to be back in our gym. Okay, our fans were fantastic. Student section was great. Like I said, we packed the place, and North City does too. North City brings a lot of fans. They got a good following. So it was fun. Great Tuesday night to be in the gymnasium, and the kids did an awesome job. Boy, they had some energy. We made some threes. We had some good, just all-around good play. Proud of the guys.
I could tell there in the second half, the guys got a little bit too excited, trying to do a little bit too much there, especially in the transition. I could tell in the second half you wanted them to slow things down and look for good shots on the offense.
Yeah, we still want to get out and run. We want to do stuff, but we want to do it within ourselves. You know, we're always preparing for something else. Regardless, like we've talked about, you know, we've got North City's a good team, but when we built the lead to 18 or 20, you want to extend it by doing things right. And that, we had a few little mishaps, trying to get maybe a little too fancy or whatever. Just wanted to tone them down a little bit. Connect the dots, play our style of basketball, do what we need to do. It's good to extend the lead, but we need to do it the right way.
Yeah, early you just talked about it where you were saying how you were, doing little things too fancy. I mean, you guys had 8 turnovers in that first half, which is very uncharacteristic of this ball team. I mean, you think they were looking for the home run. You think they were looking for the home run pass versus making the easy, simple pass early on?
Yeah, and I think playing at home with the crowd, I mean, the kids here that feel the energy too. I mean, they want the dog pound to be going crazy. They want to get out and whatever, but you still have to play basketball the right way. And I don't care if on a fast break we get a layup or we get a dunk. We need to get 2 points out of it. And that's kind of what I was stressing the guys a little bit.
There in that second half, especially Mitchell Edwards, saw him play really well tonight. He finished with 19 points and a couple of deep 3-point shots. We're starting to see night in, night out what this sophomore can do.
Yeah, he can really shoot it. One of the better shooters I've coached. Ran some plays for him. We're able to get him some open looks. He knocked him down. Like I said, he's a really good shooter, and he's going to continue to develop the rest of his game. He works really hard in practice every day on his shooting, but then other aspects of his game too. And then our guys were finding him. When he was open, they were passing it to him in a good spot where he could just catch it and shoot it. It wasn't at his knees or really high. He was just catching it in that shooting pocket and was able to knock down shots.
I think you guys played really great defensively, man, or whether it be that 1-3-1. You were getting deflections, you were getting out, but there were times where you guys were getting a little too leechy trying to get that fast break. So you think there was a better showing defensively than you had so far this season?
Yeah, and I told the guys before the game, I mean, every game we play comes down to the defensive end. You guys played for me. You know how that, I mean, if you can shut people off and not let them get offensive rebounds, you have a chance to be in every basketball game you play, whether you're shooting it well, you're scoring, or you're not. Like I told you guys the other day, I don't care if we win 17-11, 17-15. We just got to find a way. And some nights we're not. The ball's not going to go in the hole well for us. So you always got to bring your defense with you. You always got to bring your rebounding.
So you guys have a couple nights off. You'll welcome in Flora on Friday for your first conference game. Last we heard, they were leading Fairfield by 9 points late in the fourth quarter. What do we know about Flora?
Yeah, I just told the guys, and I told you guys last week, I mean, last year beating us in overtime twice. What happened in football? This is a game I've had circled for a long time. They're a good team. They've been playing some like 3-2 zones, some 1-2-2 that they did in the past. I've seen some scores, got a little tape on them. Get to looking at them tomorrow, but the Tolliver kid's back. They had a sophomore kid that started last year. He will be back. They did lose their 2 best all-conference players, the young kid, and then I forget the other kid's name. But they're going to play hard. Coach Lieb does a really good job. He's been there forever. He'll have his kids playing really good defense. They'll be very fundamentally sound. They're not going to give us anything. They're going to make us earn everything we got. So I'll start taking a look at them tomorrow, and our guys will be ready. Back in the gym Friday. Hopefully it should have a really good crowd. Energy should be up, so we're excited about that.
Do you have your ugly sweater picked out for Friday yet?
Is that what the night is?
Yeah.
No, I don't, Cole. I do not have an ugly sweater picked out. I don't like Halloween and that type of stuff. That's just not me. If you know me, I'm a pretty plain dude.
Okay. Thanks for your time, Coach.
All
Best
right.
of luck on
See
Friday.
you guys. Thanks.
That's head coach Kevin Wolf. Again, the Bulldogs win it 65-35 over Norris City tonight. We'll go ahead and run through the individual scoring recap. First for Carmi, they were led by Bryce Connor, 24 points, 19 points from Mitchell Edwards, 10 points from Tyler Gomat, 7 from Gavin Holloman, 4 from Landon Driscoll, and 1 from Trey Dixon. Travis, got team stats for us?
Carmi shot from the field 24 of 36 at 67%, 6 of 14 for 3 for 43%, 11 for 16 from the free throw line, 69%. North City shot 14 of 47 for 30%, 7 of 27 from 3 for 26%, and 0 of 1 from the free throw line. Rebounding numbers, Carmi 22 defensive to 4 offensive, North City 9 defensive, 5 offensive. Turnover numbers, they both tied at 9.
I was curious how many three-pointers they shot.
27? They got them up, 27.
It's very North City-like of them.
Mm-hmm.
They always love shooting those three-point shots. But, hey, the bounce-back report comes your way thanks to the good folks at Wabash Christian Therapy on Oak Street in Carmi. Get back in the game, call Wabash Christian today. So the Bulldogs have a couple of nights off. They're going to play a good Flora team on Friday, like we heard Coach Wolf said. Travis, not many things you can bounce back from. If the Bulldogs play like they did tonight, they're going to be just fine this year.
Yeah, they just need to put a full game together. Sometimes they just put 3 quarters together, and that's enough to win a game. But if they can consistently put together 4 quarters like they did in that first quarter like that, or in that third quarter, if they can eliminate those second quarters where they're kind of just a little nonchalant with the ball, trying for the home run pass, taking a lot of jumpers that are, you could get on, 30 seconds into possession versus 5. But if they continue to play like they did in that first quarter, third quarter, or even, the beginning of that fourth quarter before the subs started coming in, this team's going to be hard to stop.
And the Bulldogs improved to 5-1 on the year. They will play their first conference game of the season on Friday when they welcome in Flora. I want to thank all of our Bulldog basketball sponsors. They are the Rice Motor Company, Cherry Street Automotive, Citizens National Bank, Nancy J. Winter CPA, First Mid Bank and Trust, Hale Body Shop, Rock Transport, Farrell Hospital, Little Giant Grocery Outlet, Jordan Funeral Group, Wabash Christian Therapy, Bush & Associates CPAs, Taylor Eye Care, People's National Bank, Hamilton Memorial, Carmi Lumber. So again, the Bulldogs are at home on Friday. We'll have that game for you against Flora. Tip-off same time tonight around 7:30. The girls are at home against Flora as well on Thursday. We'll have that game for you on WRUL and the WRUL Sports YouTube channel. So for Haley Winkleman and Asher Penrod, running the YouTube stream for us, for JC Tinsley back at the WRUL studio. For Travis Black, I'm Cole Carter. Have a great night, Bulldog fans.